Hello friends, welcome to Krazy Hodophiles. This is Subharti, your travel guide, and I have my companion Priyanka with me. In this video, what we are going to talk about is the day one experience that we had in Sri Lanka. If you have already subscribed into the channel, thank you so much for your love and support. And if you are watching the video for the first time, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button right away, and it's just below your screen. And next to it, there's a bell icon, and you can simply go ahead and switch on the notifications there as well. Now, once you do that, every time we come up with a new video, you would be notified and you would be able to follow us and plan your trip in a much better way. Our journey started with a midnight flight. It was from Indira Gandhi International Airport and was with Sri Lankan Airways. Now, before booking the tickets, we had heard a lot about the Sri Lankan hospitality. So it was the time that we experienced it for the first time and see how what the hospitality was all about. The onboard services were really nice. So was the crew's behavior towards each and every passenger. We really loved the hospitality. The options that they gave us were really good, and they got us going with some good food and a wide range of beverages. Our day started a bit early in Sri Lanka. Once we landed in Bandaranaike Airport at around 4 a.m., the first thing we did was collect the baggage from the counter. And then the next thing that we had on our agenda was just go ahead and get a SIM card. As we were a couple traveling, so we decided just one SIM card would be good enough and to stay connected with everyone. So we went ahead, and you would see there as well, there are different service providers. They have their stalls wherein you can just go there, go through their tariffs, and have a discussion around what kind of services you would get under any kind of tariff. That is exactly what we did. And we got one of the best service providers there, and we used it in our complete trip. We would also be going ahead and sharing the details of all the SIM card service providers in the description box, so you can always refer to it. During this entire trip, we planned on starting early. So we hit the roads of Sri Lanka at 6:30 in the morning, and we just had one day to cover Colombo as well as Negombo. We started our day by walking 1.5 kilometer from Bandaranaike Airport to reach the Katunaike bus terminal. We wanted to visit the Anguru Karamula temple. We had our bags on. So traveling 1.5 kilometer with my bags on, it was like a walk to eternity. We boarded bus number 240 to reach Telwada Junction from Katunaike bus terminal. From there, we took into a tuk-tuk and we reached the Anguru Karamula temple. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Now again, that's an option that we took. If you want, you can also take a walk to Anguru Karamula temple. All you need to do is just walk for 800 meters. After an exhausting flight and a long walk, we found our peace of mind at the temple. The temple is popular for the giant statue of Buddha and a magnificent dragon entrance. The temple also has many murals, paintings on the ceiling, and intricate sculptures that portray the journey of Buddha towards enlightenment. If you love history, this is the place to be. Another point to note is we were aware that there would be an entry fee of 1000 LKR, which is the local currency of Sri Lanka. But when we went there, we were not asked to pay. So we are not really sure whether you'll have to pay or not. That's something which you'll have to check out yourself. Another point which I would like to highlight here is once you enter the temple through the dragon mouth, it is said that it wards off evil. That's a local belief. Our next destination was to see the beautiful Negombo Lagoon. We hired a tuk-tuk from the temple gate and asked him to take us to Naomi's waterfront. Friends, there are multiple eateries next to the lagoon which go by the name Naomi. So please make sure you reach the restaurant that you can see on your screen now, otherwise you'll end up somewhere else. It gives a picturesque view of the lagoon. Be ready with your camera as you can get some amazing shots of the lagoon. The breakfast there was also good and at a reasonable price. We were so spellbound with the beauty of the lagoon that we didn't feel like leaving it for even a second. But we still had a few more attractions we wanted to cover. Hence, had to get going again. It was time now to check in at our hotel in Colombo. We were lucky to find out from a local that just across the road to Naomi's waterfront there was a bus stop. From there, we could take a bus to Colombo City. It's a 1.5 hour drive, and we were lucky that the traffic was going to be a little less as per the local. So we did manage to reach on time at the hotel and we completed the check in formalities. And just wanted to let you know that we booked a standard AC room at Metroport City Hotel. The room cost us 1600 INR, which is approximately 21 US dollar. However, the exchange rate might be different when you check in at the hotel. I would also like to mention that we also looked at different options for hotels in Negombo, but then we were planning to take an early train out to Gaul next day. The train would be from Fort railway station, which is in Colombo. Hence, we had to go for the hotel in the Colombo city. Once we were done with our lunch, it was time to head out to our next destination again. National Museum it is. It is the largest museum in Colombo and a must visit for every tourist. The museum contains a collection of the throne and the crown of the Kandyan monarchs, as well as many other exhibits telling the story of an ancient Sri Lanka. Though one has to pay 1000 LKR to gain entry into the museum. However, that is only applicable for tourists. The museum opens at 9 o'clock in the morning every day and stays open till 5 p.m. But if you want to cover the complete museum, you'll have to go there early because if you go there after 4 o'clock, then you might not be able to cover the whole museum. You would only be allowed to visit the ground floor. But there's a museum on the first floor as well. So please make sure that you are there on time to complete the whole tour of the museum. That would really help you to gain some in-depth knowledge about Sri Lanka. And if you are a history enthusiast, nothing like it is like a home for you away from home. You can take a bus to the museum or hire an auto rickshaw as well. We took a bus from the Peta Gold stand, which was just next to our hotel, approximately around 10 minutes walking. Once we got on the bus, it took us approximately 30 minutes to reach the museum. Although we ended up taking the wrong bus and had to backtrack on foot, but there are direct buses that one can take. The museum tour took us 2 hours. After that, we relaxed for 30 minutes, freshened up, and decided that it was time now to go to our final destination. Our final destination was Gaul Face Beach. We had heard that the sunsets can be breathtakingly beautiful there. So we just wanted to catch on that and capture it in our camera. We boarded a bus just outside the National Museum. The distance between the National Museum and Gaul Face Green is around 6 minutes, a total of 2.8 kilometers if you go via the Colombo Road. We got down at the Gaul Face Green and from there it was just a 5 minutes walk to the sea. From a distance we could hear the waves crashing against the rocks. The sound of the breeze was amazing, and the atmosphere was something we would always remember and cherish our whole life. We watched the sun go down in a distance and knew a beautiful day had come to an end. soaking in the atmosphere, we decided it was time to move on. We took a bus from Face bus stand to reach the Peta floating market. We decided that we would just walk from there to reach the hotel in around 10 minutes. We had dinner at the hotel and decided that it was time to get off to sleep. We had a great day today, and the experience was simply amazing, something that we would always remember for the rest of our life. Now it was time to just wait for tomorrow to start. Thank you everyone for liking our video, and people who have already subscribed and already shared the video with their friends and their family. Thank you so much once again for that. People who haven't done it yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the video and the channel as well, so that we can keep coming back with more videos. And this way, you would also be showing that you are really liking our work, and that would work as a great booster for us.